And you're tuned into another podcast series from me, Mr. V's World. And we want to thank you before we get started for listening to so many of the podcasts in the past and all the videos on Mr. V's World. It's been a pleasure. And let's get on with the show. Today I have a special guest. Her name is Izzy, and you may recognize her from several videos that I've done in the past. And we're going to talk about how to live the simple life and why we Americans and people from around the world are really having a tough time right now. We want to help you break out of that. So, Izzy, welcome to the show.
Nice to hear you. Welcome.
Okay, lovely. Tell me something. Are you traveling right now?
I can't really say that I'm traveling, but I'm out of the country, out of my home country, since over a year in Thailand. And that's how we came across with the topic, the simple life, because we see it all around us, and we see how the locals live here as well. It's not to forget, it's a third world country, but still we appreciate the simple life more than the life what was given to us or what was directed by our home countries, which is in Valante's case it's America, in my case it's Germany.
Right. So basically what you're saying, it sounds like what you're saying is, we live in a third world country right now. You and I are both in the same place in Thailand, but we're noticing how easier it is for us to live day to day and enjoy an enriched life. And for me personally, I've discovered that I don't need as much as I thought I needed living in the States. Because here you live off good food, good weather, good people, and everything is cheap. So there's no stress level that's, working your nerve system like in the States or maybe in Europe. Now, right now, it's pretty crappy what's happening in the financial district, and this is not what this is about. This is about living your life to the fullest and in the most simplest way. And things are definitely changing. Do you really believe that things are changing?
Well, we do see a lot of travelers here, a lot of people who don't live the 5 to 7 life anymore.
You mean in 9 to 5?
9 to 5. In Germany, it starts earlier. Anyway, so people break off that system, of the working system, or even of this lifestyle, to go elsewhere and to look for different opportunities and possibilities of sustain your living and enjoy your living more. In a more colorful and in a richer, more meaningful way. And I just followed off track for a second, but what I wanted to say is that many young people decide for this type of lifestyle. We see a lot of people coming here through Thailand, traveling in the age from 18 up to 26, maybe after they're studying, they can't find themselves.
Okay, so they're lost.
Well, yes, I think so.
But you have to admit, those people that you're talking about, the ones we've actually seen walking around, they don't seem like they're having a tough time or a bad time here, right?
No, I don't believe they're having a bad time here. It's even hard to say, because the place we are at is Pai. It's quite of a small It's a village place with lots of waterfalls around and with lots of sunshine and palms and fruits.
Well,
so
that sounds like paradise. So why would you be in a shitty mood here in paradise?
Yeah, that's exactly the point, right? And people get stuck here. They literally get stuck. They don't leave.
Why is it that they don't leave?
Because they enjoy it. Because that's what they enjoy.
Of course. Now, just real quick, off topic. What do you think the cost of living here for a month, if you were from somewhere else? How much would it cost you to eat, ride around on a motorbike, house yourself, and have a few drinks, whatever you're into, a couple of recreational things? What do you think it would cost you a month in U.S. dollars? Roughly.
300. Maybe 300 all inclusive. You pay around 100.
That's really low level. I mean, like really good. I think honestly, if I can just interject, 300 would cover your housing, but not your food and your drinks and your this and your that. I would want to jump in and say more like $800 a month would get you a very comfortable lifestyle. really comfortable. And if you really want to go all out, balls out, $1,200 a month, you don't need more than that. Otherwise, you're just pissing your money away. What do you think about that?
Well, I know that I live on $10 a day, pretty much with the accommodation on the bike and food. So therefore, if I
You forgot alcohol.
yeah.
What about change of clothes? Little extras like hats.
The little extra, okay, I get a little extras, but it's not gonna. You can easily survive, or
We're not talking about surviving, honey.
No.
We're talking about living.
well, you can easily sustain yourself on $500 a month, accommodation, food, and a bike. If you don't really need more, if you don't drink that much either, then that's enough, and everything else is extra. That's how I
Okay,
see it.
on the drinking topic, let's just throw that. Maybe not everyone who's listening drinks, but in case you do, a beer typically would cost you approximately $1. The typical alcohol here is called Sangsam, otherwise known as whiskey, and a pint of that will cost you the equivalent of $5. If you go order a cocktail in any bar, it's roughly, I would say, $3. Okay. $3. So that's to put it in perspective. So without the alcohol-induced living lifestyle, you could get away with $500 a month. And but we did not include visa runs and extensions of that nature. So in Thailand, you can only stay 30 days. Okay, I mean you can stay 30 days, but you can actually extend that by purchasing a extended visa, which does cost. You can look at that on Google to find out, but double entry visa is separate from a single entry, which is 30 days. A double entry is 60 days with an extension, so it gets convoluted. However, those are other costs you do have to put in your budget. Getting back on track, you're from Germany, right?
That's right.
Okay. How much different is Germany from living abroad in Southeast Asia? And you also lived abroad in Australia and also in India. So how do you compare those three places in general to the lifestyle in Germany?
Well, Germany is a really structured place. Everything seems to be structured, and as the people as well, and the way they talk, the way they express themselves, the way how you make friends is definitely more difficult or not as easygoing as in a place like Australia or even Thailand, where you have so many travelers. So considering that, it's not as easy to get in touch with people because they're quite isolated, or not isolated, but precise. They're really precise, and they're kind of cold or rough on the edges, I would say.
Living standard.
Living standard's more expensive. It is, of course, more expensive. You have lots of things to pay. You need to pay a lot of taxes. You pay for your place to live, which is quite costly and expensive as well. Comparison to Thailand, Thailand is nothing comparison to that. It's a joke, pretty much.
Right, it is a joke. Now, I recall many months ago you had a small accident regarding your foot. It was cut because you had a little accident on a motorbike, and you went to the hospital for stitches on your toe, into the emergency room. Do you remember what you paid for that whole experience, to be there, get stitched up, see the doctor, get medication, and get the bill? When you walked out of there, what was the bill approximately? 700 baht, 800 baht?
Yeah, I think in the beginning was 700.
Okay, 700 baht in general. That's what 4 different types of medicines. That's what the doctor visit. That's what to just show up with no appointment, get rushed into emergency, right? And here, before I tell you what it costs, the misconception is when you are in a third world country or even a second world country, the medical treatment will not, and I repeat, will not be on par with first world care. This is not true. For instance, I went to a dentist here, and I got first grade, top-of-the-line care, okay, for cheap. And getting back to Izzy's story, 800 baht is approximately, roughly $30, somewhere around there, 35 bucks. Now, where in America can you go into the emergency room for $35, let alone get medication included, let alone see a doctor and get stitches? I do not think you'll ever find that in your lifetime. So do not discount a place like Thailand or India or Vietnam or any other place that's not first on your list. And there's a moving trend, by the way, of Americans who are retiring early to places like Costa Rica, Argentina, Panama even, and especially Thailand, and for obvious reasons. So did you ever think you would wind up in a third world country, Izzy?
I wasn't planning on it, but yeah, my life pretty much threw me into this position.
And you're 22, and that's pretty young to be thrown into a position, but you don't seem to be fighting it much.
No, I don't have any reasons to fight it. I'm quite happy here. I'm happy with the climate, with the nature, with the people who surround me, and with the environment. I'm happy, and with the food on top of it. So, yeah.
Well, that's interesting. Yeah, no, what should you say? What can you say? The food here is extraordinary, and I have to say, you and I eat 3 square meals a day here in Thailand, and it's just phenomenal. You cannot even explain it to someone who has not experienced Thai food here in Thailand for the equivalent of $1 for a full plate, a full meal of fresh food. It's fresh daily. It's just obscene how poorly our diets are, in particular in America. I don't know how it is in Europe on the whole. I've lived there before, but the way it is in America, the fatty foods, the processed foods, not good for you, not good at all. That is another subject matter. But again, one more thing. On my YouTube channel, Mr. V's World, a lot of people have commented and said, and given me some praise, actually. And I thank you very much for that, for those listeners who are listening, saying, Mr. V, you're living the life, or you deserve this, live it up, have fun, enjoy yourself. I can't believe you moved to Thailand, etc., etc. And some people even ask how we do it, or how I do it, and it's just simple. You just do it. I mean, again, for $500 to $1,000 a month, that's only 12. What is that? 6 to 12,000 a year. You can live like basically very well. I won't say like a king, but I'll say very well for that kind of money. Primarily stress free. And one more thing. In Thailand, it's not 100% necessity that you have to learn Thai. It definitely helps, though. You can get away with English in certain areas, like where we are in North Thailand, or Chiang Mai, or Bangkok, obviously, or even down south on the islands. So that is the tip with that. It's recommended that you learn some of it, though, if you can. But you can get by with speaking very little Thai. Anything else you want to add to that before we wrap up the show, Izzy?
Well, we talked about the simple life, so I want to ask the viewers, what are the most important things for you in life? What do you value most? What makes you happy in your life?
Those are really great questions. Very existential questions, but they were really, really awesome. So, we're going to end the show. We're going to come back with another one momentarily. But we want to thank you once again for tuning in to Mr. V's World. And we want to thank our special guest, Izzy, because she's always great to be around. And we want you to take care of yourselves, all right? Leave us a comment. Subscribe to the channel. Let us know what you think. And, yeah, that's it. We'll just let you go and enjoy your lunch, enjoy your dinner, go have a dessert, and don't eat at McDonald's. Otherwise, I will find you. Peace out.